Ambe Steels, J Bancha, Diko Bancha. Pentagon International College, Tinkune, Kathmandu, where excellence prevails. Real, Jamkar Jaha, Real Party Pack Tyaha.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Relentless rainfall triggered floods and landslides across the country, obstructing major highways and roads. Rescue operations are currently underway in several affected areas, while some key routes are gradually reopening to traffic. In the capital, after months of uncertainty, the vacant post of Vice-Chancellor at Tribhuvan University has finally been filled. The Prime Minister made the appointment today, selecting one of the 3 candidates recommended for the role. And in Parliament, lawmakers expressed serious concerns over the ongoing shortage of fertilizers, urging the government to address the issue with urgency. This and more on today's Kantipur News. Good evening, I am Aprila Ghising Lama, and these are the headlines of the hour. Government to urge Chinese side for reconstruction of the Nepal-China Friendship Bridge swept away by flood. Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak says efforts to be made through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Government takes a step back in approving bill related to Land Act after protests from ruling coalition partner Nepali Congress. Party's lawmakers say government is hasty with the bill's motion. U.S. President Donald Trump approves sending U.S. defensive weapons to Ukraine, says he is considering additional sanctions on Moscow, underscoring his frustration with the Russian president. And Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli awards athletes, coaches and team managers who achieved success in various international competitions. Assures development of sports sector is high on government priority. Welcome back. The government has decided to request the Chinese government to reconstruct the Miteri Bridge in Rasuwa, which was completely swept away by recent floods. Informing Parliament about the flood damage in the Bhote-Kosi region of Rasuwa, Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak stated that all cross-border movement via Rasuwa has been halted due to the destruction of the bridge. Therefore, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will formally request China to assist with the reconstruction. Minister Lekhak also shared that a meeting of the National Council for Disaster Risk Reduction and Management, led by the Prime Minister, on Tuesday decided to ask China for help in strengthening early warning systems for such disasters. Likewise, the government will provide relief to the families of those deceased and missing as per legal provisions and ensure free treatment for all injured persons. Among the 20 people missing from Tuesday's incident, the body of Police Assistant Inspector Lal Bahadur Shrestha has been recovered. A total of 682 personnel from all 3 security agencies have been deployed for search and rescue operations.
भोटे-कोशी नदीमा आएको आकस्मिक बाढीले नेपाल र चीन जोड्ने नाका रसुवागढी स्थित मितेरी पुल बगाएकोले आवागमन पूर्ण रूपमा अवरुद्ध भएको हुँदा उक्त पुलको निर्माण गरी नाका सुचारू गर्न परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालय मार्फत मित्र राष्ट्र चीन सरकारलाई अनुरोध गर्ने निर्णय हामीले हिजो गरेका छौं। वास्तवमा त्यो नाका अत्यन्त राम्रोसँग विकास भइरहेको थियो, सरल सहज भइरहेको थियो। त्यसबाट व्यापार पनि मित्र राष्ट्र चीनसँग हाम्रो व्यापार बढेको थियो। मानिसहरुको आवत जावतका निमित्त पनि अत्यन्त सरल भएको थियो। तर अहिले त्यो ठाउँमा गएर हेर्दा बडो भयावह अवस्था देखिएको छ। त्यो पुलको तत्काल निर्माण गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था छ र त्यसका लागि मित्र राष्ट्र चीनलाई नै अनुरोध गर्ने गरेर हिजोको राष्ट्रिय परिषदको बैठकले निर्णय गरेको छ।
The flood also caused damage to the Rasuwa-Gadi hydropower project and swept away the Trishuli 3D project. Most parts of the joint customs checkpoint and 64 vehicles at the dry port have also been washed away. The government is currently assessing both human and infrastructural damage. Now, moving on, the government has backed off from passing the controversial land bill through fast track after strong opposition from coalition partner Nepali Congress. Although the bill was on the Parliament's agenda, Congress objected to bypassing committee discussions. They raised concerns that certain provisions, especially around land ceiling exemptions, could benefit land mafias. Congress leaders Gagan Thapa and Bishop Prakash Sharma proposed amendments demanding legal safeguards to prevent misuse as seen in past cases like Patanjali and Giribandhu Tea Estate. The bill aimed to address 3 main issues: land for landless squatters, exemptions for real estate businesses, and regulation in buffer zones. However, opposition parties, including the Maoist Centre and JSP Nepal, also criticized the bill for replicating previously rejected ordinance content. Due to mounting pressure, the government has withdrawn the bill from Wednesday's parliament schedule and will now send it to the committee for further review. Moving on, Professor Dr. Deepak Aryal has been appointed as the Vice-Chancellor of Tribhuvan University. Following the appointment, Aryal has taken the oath in front of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli at his residence in Balwata today. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, who also serves as the Chancellor of the university, appointed Dr. Aryal from among 3 candidates recommended by the selection committee. The recommendation committee, led by Minister of Education, Science and Technology Raghuji Pant, submitted the names to the Prime Minister on July 7. The 3 candidates were acting Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Khadga Kesi, former Dean of the Faculty of Science Professor Dr. Vinal Aryal, and former Director General of the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology Professor Dr. Deepak Aryal. Following the resignation of Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Kesar Jung Barao, which was approved on April 10, Chancellor and Prime Minister Oli had appointed Education Chief Professor Dr. Kesi as acting Vice Chancellor for a maximum of 3 months from April 13 until the position was permanently filled. Now it is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's today's question. What do you think is the reason behind extensive damage from floods in Rasuwa? Your options are A, poor information systems; B, construction defect; C, disaster greater than anticipated; or D, no comment. Visit www.kantipurtv.com or www.ekantipur.com to share your opinion with us. Moving on, members of parliament have suggested that the monetary policy of the Nepal Rashtra Bank should support the government's policies and plans. During today's meeting of the Finance Committee, lawmakers expressed that the private sector has high expectations for reform from the new governor, Bishwa Podal. Nepali Congress lawmaker and former Finance Minister Prakash Sharan Mahat stated that investments should be increased for those wanting to engage in business activities, adding that there has already been excessive and unnecessary investment in real estate. CPN Maoist Centre and also a former finance minister advised against being overly lenient and recommended adopting a cautious monetary policy that ensures economic balance. Former Vice Chair of the National Planning Commission, Meen Bahadur Shrestha, suggested that monetary policy should focus on interest rates and credit management. He mentioned that problems have worsened due to a large portion of banking funds being directed towards real estate. Former Executive Director of Nepal Rashtra Bank, Nor Bahadur Thapa, remarked that shutting down bank licenses, despite having high liquidity, has contributed to economic stagnation. He noted that public frustration is growing due to the lack of economic activity.
Sports news.
Welcome back. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has awarded athletes, coaches and team managers who achieved success in various international competitions. At a program organized today by the Ministry of Youth and Sports at the Prime Minister's residence in Balwata, bronze medalist Vijay Sinzali, who won at the 3rd Taulao World Cup held in Japan between 23 to 28 October 2024, was awarded a cash prize of 6.5 million Nepali rupees along with a certificate. Female athletes who won bronze medals at the 6th Asian Kabaddi Championship held in Iran from March 4th to 9th received 150,000 Nepali rupees each as a reward. Male players who secured silver medals at the Kava Under-20 Men's Volleyball Championship in Sri Lanka from October 6th to 12th were awarded 300,000 Nepali rupees each. These honors and cash prizes were distributed in accordance with the National Sports Development Regulation 2079 and as per the decision made by the Cabinet on June 23rd. Prime Minister Oli also extended his congratulations and warm welcome to the Nepali Under-16 cricket team, which won the title at the ACC Under-16 East Zone Cup by defeating Singapore in Malaysia, held from June 22 to July 5th. Speaking at the event, Prime Minister Oli assured that the government is giving a high priority to the development of the sports sector. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.